Stalingrad, 1942, a city on the brink of annihilation, caught in the throes of one of the most brutal battles in history. A name etched in history with blood and iron, a testament to human endurance and the horrors of war. This wasn't just a city, it was Stalin's city, a symbol of Soviet resistance, a beacon of hope and defiance against the Nazi onslaught. Hitler craved it, sought to crush the Soviet spirit within its shattered streets. His obsession with Stalingrad was more than strategic, it was personal. Little did he know he was walking into a furnace, a hellish landscape where every inch was fiercely contested.
The German Sixth Army, a conquering force, arrived at the Volga River, expecting a swift victory, confident in their overwhelming strength. They found a city defiant, a people unyielding, ready to fight to the last breath. Every building, every street corner transformed into a fortress, a stronghold of resistance. This was no longer a war of movement, but a brutal struggle for survival, a deadly game of cat and mouse in the ruins.
The Luftwaffe rained bombs, turning Stalingrad into a landscape of rubble and ash, a desolate wasteland. Buildings crumbled, streets disappeared, and the very air choked with smoke and dust, making every breath a struggle. Yet, beneath the debris, a spirit burned brighter, the spirit of the Red Army soldier, unbreakable and defiant, ready to rise from the ashes. The Volga River, a symbol of Mother Russia, became a lifeline for the besieged city, a vital artery that kept the heart of the resistance beating. Across its turbulent waters flowed a constant stream of reinforcements and supplies, braving relentless Luftwaffe attacks, undeterred by the dangers that lurked above and below. Every boat, every raft carried the hope of survival, the promise of another day to fight.
But the Volga was also a barrier, a formidable natural obstacle that divided families and comrades alike, a churning obstacle separating the defenders from their loved ones, a cruel reminder of the war's reach. Stories abound of desperate mothers, wives and children watching from the eastern bank, their hearts breaking with each passing explosion, each distant rumble of artillery. The knowledge that their loved ones were fighting, dying for every inch of ground, fueled their own tireless efforts in the factories and fields where they toiled day and night.
Each crossing was a gamble, a perilous journey fraught with danger, a desperate race against time and death where every second counted. German artillery pounded the river, aiming to sink anything that moved, turning the waters into a deadly gauntlet. The icy waters claimed many, their bodies swallowed by the current, a silent testament to their sacrifice, a grim reminder of the cost of war. Yet the ferries continued, driven by an unwavering belief in their cause, a determination that no force could extinguish. Mamayev Kurgan, a strategic hill overlooking the city, became a focal point of the battle. Control of the heights meant control of the battlefield, and both sides fought tooth and nail for every inch of ground. The soil, soaked with blood and littered with the dead, bore witness to their ferocity.
Here, amidst the ceaseless shelling and close-quarters combat, individual acts of heroism shone brightly. Soldiers, many barely men, charged into the teeth of enemy fire. They knew the odds, yet their courage never wavered. Their bravery, fueled by love for their motherland and hatred for the invaders, became legend.
The ground, scarred and cratered, changed hands countless times. Each assault left behind a trail of fallen comrades, but the defenders held on, their tenacity a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Red Army. In the shattered skeleton of Stalingrad, a different kind of warfare emerged, a deadly game of cat and mouse between snipers. Concealed within the ruins, they became invisible predators, their eyes scanning the rubble for targets. Every window, every crack in the wall held the potential for death.
One name stands out from the shadows: Vasily Zaitsev, a shepherd turned sniper. His skill with a rifle became legendary, striking fear into the hearts of the Germans. His duels with enemy snipers, particularly the duel with Major Koenig, became the stuff of legend.
These were battles of nerves, of patience and precision. A single shot could decide the fate of men. The psychological impact of the snipers, the constant fear of the unseen enemy, gnawed at the morale of the German soldiers. Amidst the ruins, one building became a symbol of unyielding resistance: Pavlov's house. Held by Sergeant Yakov Pavlov and his platoon, this seemingly insignificant apartment building stood as a thorn in the side of the German advance.
For 58 days, they held their ground, repelling repeated attacks. Their meager supplies were replenished under the cover of darkness by daring volunteers crossing the fire-swept no-man's land. Every attack repulsed, every German soldier killed, strengthened the defenders' resolve.
Pavlov's house, battered but unbowed, became a symbol of the Red Army's tenacity, their refusal to yield. It proved that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage and determination could prevail. As the bitter winter tightened its grip, the tide of the battle turned. The Red Army, bolstered by fresh troops and equipment, launched Operation Uranus, a massive counter-offensive that caught the Germans by surprise.
The German lines, overextended and weakened, buckled under the weight of the Soviet assault. The Sixth Army, trapped within the city they had sought to conquer, faced a new enemy, the pitiless Russian winter.
The roles were reversed. Now it was the Germans who clung to ruins, who froze in their trenches, who desperately awaited supplies that would never come. Their dream of victory turned to ashes in the bitter cold, their advance halted by the courage they had underestimated. The Battle of Stalingrad, a clash of titans, was one of the most brutal confrontations in human history. It ended in February 1943 with the surrender of the German Sixth Army, marking a turning point in World War II. The cost of victory was staggering, with countless lives lost and immense suffering endured by both sides. Measured in millions of lives, the human toll was unimaginable. The city itself was reduced to rubble, a haunting landscape of destruction and despair. But from the ashes of Stalingrad rose a new spirit, a spirit of resilience and defiance. This spirit resonated throughout the Soviet Union and across the world, inspiring hope and determination.
The myth of German invincibility was shattered, forever altering the course of the war. It was replaced by the realization that even the mightiest armies could be defeated through sheer will and sacrifice. The bravery of the soldiers who fought and died at Stalingrad continues to inspire generations.
Their sacrifice serves as a poignant reminder of the human cost of war and the indomitable spirit that can rise even in the darkest of times, shining a light of hope. Stalingrad stands as an eternal monument to their valor, a testament to their courage and sacrifice. It serves as a stark reminder that freedom is not free, and its defense often requires the ultimate sacrifice, a price paid by those who stand against tyranny.